Nvidia's up 12% today. Maybe we get to 900 without a pullback.
But wow, that Nvidia.
Nvidia's up 12% today. Maybe we get to 900 without a pullback.
But wow, that Nvidia. I want to check back in on our Nvidia right now. Can we give people, some sort of indication?
Which is breaking down the otherwise strong consumer durable sector here today.
This is going to be a great show. I don't even.
Reddit's open. Here we go.
Continuation play. It was a good runner on Friday, but wow, Uber was also very, very good.
GB. GXAI, SCPH, TNXP, AEON, SAG, CYCU, EJH. FNKO. NIXX.
NIXX.
AREC.
SUNE. SUNE.
SUNE. ESPR.
BITO. BITO.
This is OCC Learning, a self-guided e-learning destination providing practical options education. The platform
FRGE.
SOXS. SOXS. FNKO.
CTM.
that's why I've been able to travel the world and trade full time for the last 2 years.
UBER.
What drives an entrepreneur to create
MKDW.
fear?
I think you cannot make so if you have fear in
Through the forecast, 150,000. The previous number, if you remember, 143. Consensus estimates here, 160,000. We'll give that to you here in a couple of seconds. Overall, the market in a bit of a wait-and-see pattern ahead of this number. Non-farm payroll, the unemployment rate set to come through first here. Again, 150,000. The expected number, 151,000 comes through there on the official number there. Taking a little bit of time just hearing it in my ear. 151,000 versus 150,000 expected there. The unemployment rate, you can see it on this screen, 4.1% versus 4% expected. There it is, 151 for the overall number, 4.1% on the unemployment rate. The non-farm payrolls private, 140 versus 170,000. So downside for that number, but overall a slight uptick there for the February number. The market following suit, slight uptick overall, 0.5%, coming off yet another down day for the NASDAQ, for the S&P. The NASDAQ officially in correction territory as of the afternoon
MSTR.
yesterday. We broke that 10% mark.
Yeah, it happened in July. It seems to happen a lot, Brendo. We'll have to wait and see how these tariffs affected Donald Trump, obviously putting a bit of a pause on the tariffs on certain goods for Mexico and the United States, or Mexico and
For this hour,
Canada.
anyway.
For this hour, yeah.
We'll see what happens next hour.
Lots to talk about today,
Yeah.
Brendo. Broadcom bucking the trend up nicely, 11%. WBA, Walgreen Boots Alliance, looking to get bought out for about 11 billion. Tesla sales in China, very aggressive. The pre-orders out in China for the Juniper, about 200,000 already ordered. HP
GRRR.
reported, Brendo. Luna reported, and Gap as well. Gapping up.
GRRR.
Yeah, I mean,
TNA.
Lunar is kind of an interesting move there, coming
SOXL.
off what happened yesterday with
TNA.
that Mars.
TQQQ.
I mean, apparently it landed. They're saying that it landed, but no one saw it because the connection was lost. So
Exactly.
we'll see what happens as far as that is concerned. It's worth noting, basically 10:15 on today, there's going to be a Fed speaker speaking. So it starts 10:15 right through the afternoon. Typically, they make multiple appearances. These times that you see on these calendars are typically the first, but they'll make multiple
GRRR.
appearances depending on who it is. So Bowman, Williams, Kugler, Fetcher, Powell at 12:30, and then
HIMS.
Kugler again at 1 o'clock. So busy day to come for the overall market. Lots to consider today, guys. Good morning.
The market going up.
Kugler?
Let's go, Kugler.
Say it ain't so.
What kind of a name is Kugler? Anyway, no, I should. Whatever. I've just never.
I'm making fun of people's names.
I've never heard the name Kugler before.
No, I mean, you're going to hear a lot of it today, apparently.
Apparently, Fed talkers.
can't
Who
believe
cares?
GRRR.
We're allowed to go green. What's going on today?
Almost 1%.
What? In the Tesla's about to go green. Nvidia's up now 2%.
BBAI.
Palantir's now up 1.5%. I mean, yeah, we'll take it. I don't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm full bore getting away from how we felt about the shorts in the
RTDT.
general sense. But I think after yesterday, you got to be, if you're going to short into the bounces that this market has had, you got to be very
LAES.
careful about how you do it, and the timing of how you do it is more important. Maybe Broadcom wasn't supposed to be our savior. It was going to be the numbers this morning, but Broadcom did a great job of not being Marvell, and I think that that's one step towards maybe giving us a little bit of juice. Up 11% today. There's probably going to be a bunch of puns that other people are going to say about Gap, so I'll save them for others. Gap strong to the upside, but it's not all great on earnings. Hewlett-Packard got moked hard, so that's one that's headed to the downside. Going to be a busy day. I'm disappointed. I mean,
BBAI.
everyone's a little bit disappointed with the, I guess, the crypto reserve. And it just wasn't exactly what everyone wanted to hear. Like, we're buying this much, then this much is bought by this time, and those kind of specifics. And we didn't really get that. So I'm not that bullish on Bitcoin in general. But the summit's tonight, so you never really know.
Yeah, we'll figure out what's going on. It looks like the market is pulling back right here. I mean, we had written down 160 as the expected number, but it does
BBAI.
come out, right here on Benzinga. Okay, so I just saw unemployment there. So unemployment 4.1 versus 4, so that's a little bit higher. Private non-farm payrolls 140 versus 142 coming out, and then there's the non-farm payroll number 151 versus 159. So they're actually all underneath, and it's not great, and unemployment ticking higher. So the numbers were still cool, and I don't know, that seems like a little bit too
BBAI.
much of a move there, considering we're underneath the expected number. But yeah, I don't know, it's nice. I guess people thought it was going to be a little weaker than that, so we'll wait. We do have Kevin O'Leary coming on today at 10 o'clock, so we'll talk to him about tariffs and crypto and see what he's thinking on that side, just to get a different perspective. And I believe we're also going to have Raheem Alani come through from OCI Group right now. So yeah, man, we are very, very excited, for what today could bring. It's been a rough week. And like yesterday I said, it's tough to day trade sometimes because, you're short and everything's cooking, and then all of a sudden, we're delaying the tariffs, and then whatever stock you're in, pops a little bit, or the other way around. So I think patience is going to still remain key. It is every day, but maybe even more so on today, because we get the unemployment, and we're going to get Fed talking, and it should be fine. I have no idea why my voice seems
I feel like,
here, but
well, I know my throat's hurting because my physio guy destroyed me yesterday. I'll be the first. Hit me doing up downs, Yeah, it was, and a couple of like suicide shuffle thing. It was nuts. Like I was doubled over, and he's like, "You gonna puke?" And I'm like, "I'm not going to," but I can feel it. Apparently, some people are saying Kevin is in the chat. Kevin O'Leary might be in the chat. So, Kevin, if you're in the chat, what up? Can't wait to talk to you. There's a lot that we can cover for sure, and thank you for coming on through at 10 o'clock. So appreciate it. If you want to be in the chat, remember it's a subscribers-only chat here at Trade TV Live. So just hit the subscribe, jump in. I promise we have a fantastic community. They're great at answering questions. Sometimes even when we don't see, you can ask us questions. But to your point about the patient thing, if in the first few minutes of the day, I'm not in position, I'm not sweating it. I think a lot of times there's that rush to get the morning rush. I guess that need to be in during like that morning rush. I don't like use the same word twice, but you don't have to. And on a Friday, like it's just, to me, it's always especially true on a Friday, right? Like options expire Friday. So Friday it's always true, but also in this particular market, I think you don't have to be in position at the very beginning. I find oftentimes some of the best trades, the opening range sets them up, and between 10 and like 10. 20, 10, 30, you really get it. Like Intel 21 was an example of that. You just kind of had to wait for it a little bit. Sometimes that first move got it great, but other times just a little bit extra patience. We got a busy one lined up today. Excited for it, and keep your ear to the ground. The market's right back up to some of these highs.
Yeah, we can bounce off DWAP again down there. So yeah, there could be some good things happening here. I'm still thinking about fading this market. We did talk about Tesla. We're going to go back over the desk in just a second, but Tesla down here to 263, man. Things don't seem to be getting any better. But, you know, as we mentioned there, that Chinese number there with the Model Y, 200,000 units. I mean, I don't know if that's a good number or not. Do something. Yeah, it's doing something. Oh, by the way, there goes crypto right now. Bitcoin back over 90,000. So I actually had Marathon Digital on my watch today. You know, I just talked about this trade just the other day. And I was like, if you go long down here at $13, use your out at 12, that's giving yourself $1 worth of risk. Well, right there, you're already now in the money $2 off of that trade. So it's already better than 2 to 1. And, you know, we could get that movement. And I was like, if you could buy that stock, get out at 17, get out at 19, hold for the 200 period, play with house money, you're doing pretty good. So right now, if you took that trade, I'd get it out, play with house money. You're $1 in right now, or $2 in. And it looks like it might start to head up to the upside here. So I am excited for some Marathon and to trade some crypto here today. So, all right, let's go back over the desk again. You know, we're going to go over the watch list. We're going to talk about, you know, various things. Broadcom was a nice number there yesterday as well. Walgreens finally gets the buyout that they're looking for from Sycamore Partners.
They should have made it more simple.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Kevin O'Leary if he's going to buy TikTok or not. So there was that rumor a long time ago that he was part of a consortium there. So I'm gonna find out about that, because we did get a note yesterday. Who was it that was trying
Trade TV Live to buy TikTok?
Trade TV Live trying to buy TikTok, yeah.
Well, Sharif's kind of spearheading it because he loves it so much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, with the #1 subscriber there. But well, there was somebody yesterday. I don't remember. There was Snapchat and all that stuff. And Alexa, somebody? Alexa? Alexa's buying it?
Now you're just, see, I know what you're doing, because
we don't want to call that out. All right, we'll get more on that story too. But here comes the NASDAQ, man, just as promised, right back down. I thought that was too much excitement there for that jobs number being negative. But we'll wait, man, back up to VWAP. I guess it's just not as bad as people thought. So, all right, yeah, we'll pay attention to the chat. We'll get some questions going as well. We expect Kevin to join us around 10 o'clock and potentially Raheem Alani as well. So, all right, back over to the desk, see what the boys are up to. Hey, it's Randy time.
All right, let's make it official here. Here's the NASDAQ, as we were mentioning off the top there, just straight from the high to the low of yesterday. It broke, but only just 10.03 or so on the pullback. The S&P 500, not quite there yet. I mean, this is the SPY. If you want to look at the actual index, it may be a little bit different, but the SPY about 7%.
Yo, Axel, where you at, dude? Yeah, just a sec. My pings are spiking. Bro, are you rubber banding?
Doesn't necessarily mean anything at this point. We'll see how and if we recover. Just real quick, there's Costco this morning on a gap down. Not huge, 1.7%, but Costco reports after the close yesterday. A little bit of a miss on the EPS side of things. I mean, I can't see how I mean, Costco's around here are just impossible to even get into at this point. So.
Lofty expectations, I guess, with the street. Every time they seem to do a lot better. But that chart you were showing, that double top is a little concerning on the NQ, and that newer low. So both of those are quite concerning on the NASDAQ. In any event, Costco, second quarter revenue miss, same store sales higher than expected over here. So here's the deal. The street was looking for $4.11 per share. They gave $4.02, so that was a miss. Revenue was up 9%, $6.253 billion. The street wanted $63.11, so that was another miss. But same store sales did grow ahead of expectations, Brendo. 6.8, the street wanted 6.4.
I mean, it's still one of the best places I feel to, restock if you need to on a weekly basis. Cart, still the best option in my opinion, brings it right to your door if you want that option. But 1.8% here, guys. I mean, it's a $1,000 stock, so tough day trading stock, but Costco still in an uptrend overall.
No split. Man, you gotta. We showed that yesterday, man. You gotta get that executive club membership over there.
Ooh, that's fancy.
No, you cannot, Fabian. Fabian wondering if he gets a 2% discount if he buys the stock because he has the executive membership. I also have the executive membership. I wish that was the case. No, look, I mean, retail, I think, is still strong. I mean, that jobs number doesn't really scare anybody away. It doesn't look like it there. Costco down 1.72%. The expected return on this name yesterday, or move, was 4. So 4% was the implied move. We're getting 2. Not super exciting, but fading back into the 50-period moving average. Look, all we can do, when you're investing or trading, it's just math. It's not rocket science. If you buy a stock, you like the situation there. Costco, Home Depot, Walmart, they're all American. They're all names that continue to support this 50-period moving average. Do you get dip buy opportunities? Of course you do. You get that for every market, for every stock. And I mean, it's held. We haven't tested the 200-period moving average. And unless something happens, Costco has, again, a great chain. Like, they're ready to go. They have all of their inventory lined up. I'm not, the word I was looking for was supply chain. It's fixed for them. Down into 980 would be a great buy. I think we could get into there. We can get there today. That's the 50-period moving average. And then at the end of the day, you're supported down here at 900 by your 200-period moving average. So, the NASDAQ, the ES, we're all flirting with the 200-period. You're still 10% away from that for Costco. So nowhere near a correction territory or anything. So, for me, still pretty bullish on the name. I'm already in it, and I'm not really looking to pick up any new shares. So, yeah, for me, Costco would be there. I'm not in Walmart. I know you're in Walmart, and I was looking at 92, which was the earnings day kind of bottom there for Walmart. They had that huge break back in. But again, this is why I'm sorry, the split adjusted there. This is what I'm saying about the 50-period moving average, right? I mean, the stock just riding it all the way up, flirting with it now, but it's not broken. The stock's not broken, and I don't think the American consumer is broken yet either, right? I mean, if we do get interest rate increases, potentially affecting some mortgages, and then some of the money that's on loan, then maybe you could get a little nervous. But I don't know. Both the consumer seems pretty strong to me. The wife was at the mall the other day, and she said it was busier. They went because we went to the wrestling, and my daughter went to the mall, of course, Sephora, things like that. Naturally. And she said it was busier, and I don't know. I was like, "Are you?" She said it was busier than it was at Christmas.
Oh,
I'm telling you, that's what she was saying. But it was a Saturday afternoon, so people are out shopping.
Yeah, Saturday.
People are out shopping. I don't know. I don't think it was probably stronger than Christmas.
Well, the way I look at it is, like, if I didn't own Walmart and I wasn't already buying Walmart once a quarter this year, then I'd probably be buying Costco on dips. So that's the only reason that I wouldn't be buying dips in the stock. But look at the weekly chart since 2020 of Costco. Now, obviously, okay, fine, yes, that's since 2020, but it definitely makes the point. So even if, like, the worst drawdown that Costco had was right here at the top of 22, when everything got smoked, and when you think about it, those are the types of things, like, if it does anything resembling that, usually that's, you got to try to grab it. I think you can be patient. We have enough of a downturn. with a name like that on the weekly chart, because even at like 900 bucks, it looks pretty good still on the chart. I don't think it's a trade. I keep waiting. We keep waiting for them to announce a split, and they just don't seem to care. It doesn't fundamentally change a heck of a lot, but I think it would be more interesting as a trade for us. Like, if it was $100, I think a lot of times I'd be looking for a turnaround. Like, it's such a great level, like this 990, and then right in here to 80, and that 50-period moving average to look for a bit of a bounce today. But because that's not 99 to 98 as a target zone, probably not going to trade it. Good stock, no trade.
Two other things of note. We were mentioning Tesla there. I was just moving around a little bit back to the downside, but I mean, if you zoom out here, the entire move gone, as we were talking about a little bit yesterday, but coming into significant levels once again on the back of that Model Y note. At some point, you would think there would be, people testing the water at least around these levels, but maybe a little bit further beyond.
It's breaking down below that key resistance or support level we were talking about, 275. Below that, well below that actually, 260 now. So here's the deal. They reportedly received 200,000 orders for their refreshed Model Y out in China. I'm talking about the Juniper. 6,000 vehicles were already delivered in the week. Some of these 200,000 pre-orders, they're still refundable, some are not. So we don't have the exact number there. The refreshed Model Y starts at about 263,000 yuan, which is about 5.5% higher than the previous Model Y. So some margin increases there. It's Tesla's best-selling vehicle, so they better focus on it. And the numbers here do matter for this because it is the most important vehicle they have in their lineup. Elon Musk did note that the factory retooling out in Shanghai did kind of affect margins a little bit as they had to shut down and get ready for the new Model Y, Brendo. So we'll have to see how all this does.
Not the first time we've seen that over in China specifically.
HOLO.
If anyone's just joining, I saw a couple of people just mentioning. Here's the February non-farm payrolls number once again, 151.
PDSB
versus 150 expected. So basically in line with expectations. The unemployment rate, slight uptick, 4.1% versus 4% expected. So overall, I mean, the economy south of the border is still showing all kinds of strength.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It looks like we're going to have a couple different numbers there because I know we tweeted out 160 as expected number there. Benzinga right here has 159. As an expected number there. So I think it's coming out a little bit weaker, but
CDT.
I mean, Brendan's number there was basically in line. So 151 versus 150, we're sort of pulling at hairs here, I feel like. All right, so I still have Walmart up for some reason. Look, I wrote down on the sticky note here today, I think it's, okay, let's go back over to Brendan.
Sean, you said 160?
I thought that's what
so
we had.
160 is the prior. That's what I see.
Right, okay.
160 is last month. So, yeah, I see it twice anyways. 151,000 this month, 160 was last. Okay.
So what I just saw here, I was sort of comparing this U.S. non-farm payrolls number on Benzinga, says 159 estimate. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, great call. A little bit lower, obviously, than the prior, as Brendan just mentioned there, at 160. So I think we're pulling at straws and hairs here because I think the number came in.
They revised it all anyways.
They'll revise it, but it didn't really scare anybody. And I think that's the big worry, right? Like, we're worried that number comes significantly lower. Then we're going to have a jobs problem. It seems like the rates are pretty sticky right here. As we get, March 19th, I think, is the Fed talk.
What about recession?
And that's going to be a hold, right? And then I think there was like 7 or 8% chance of a cut come May. So I don't know. I'm not super excited about it. But yeah, I mean, the number came out pretty much in line. And looks like the market right here, although we went up pretty nicely, it looks like we are fading right back in. So thanks for the clarification on that, Brendo. I just wrote down for the Qs as a top trade today that we're still looking short. So I'm still feeling weak. I wrote this before the jobs, but jobs can change the move. I don't think it did at all. If anything here, it just gave us, here's the TQs, it went to 68. Like, I was looking for 68.50 up here, right? That's going to be your 200 period moving average on the 5-minute chart. It's not super significant. I mean, I think yesterday's top, which we managed to short somehow, up there, I think that's going to be an area to look at if we do get running. But I don't want to be in this past this 200 period moving average. So we'll play the short in the market because that's just been what's happening. Even when the market's been up, it gets hit right back down. So, yeah, I still want to look short, but I'm not overly pessimistic on the move today. I still feel there's something there. Like yesterday's energy move was Energy XLE is what I'm looking for. This Spider Select Energy Fund. This was up yesterday, and it had a good close. Kind of just rallied into it, closed out, near the high of the day, and now today we're opening up a little bit higher. So I think, looking at some energy could be in play there today. Again, we'll have Kevin on. I'm sure
We'll have
one of his
opinions on
picks
that.
during COVID, he told us about energy, and that turned out to be great. So we'll maybe get some talk about that as well. But a good space to sort of, I don't want to say hide out in, but if you're overweight in tech and some of the big,
The only
names.
fear for
What, you say
energy.
recession?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that's the only thing that concerns me. With, I think it's a really good bounce. It is a good bounce zone historically for oil prices and for energy in general. The only fear I have is that if you do get a labor market recession, the demand going, it can cascade, especially with austerity going around. So it's like that's the only concern. But I do like energy here as well. I think I just saw someone walk through.
Yeah,
but
Raheem Alani is in the building.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
The PDAC conference is happening right now, so
Yes.
it's all about metals and mining here
Mining.
in lovely Toronto, Ontario. And by the way, for everybody in Miami and things like that, you know who you are. The weather's not bad here. I mean, it's -5, but it's really sunny.
It's going to be 20. It's going to be 26 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
In Dunedin in the middle of
Is
next
it?
week.
Good.
But
Nice.
Wednesday's going to be really, really nice. So I'm going to be having a brew at a game.
Yeah,
I
man.
think, actually, I think on
have
Tuesday.
more than one. Yeah, exactly. Have more than one. I mean, it's baseball.
Well, yeah.
You gotta have more than one. Maybe have one in the first inning, maybe one in the fourth. Did they stop selling there?
Don Mattingly shafted my daughter.
Why?
Last year.
What, a signature?
He was signing autographs last year. Like it was really early, and then he was right there. He's a bench coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, and he was there, and there was like a couple of kids went down. He kind of poked his head out. A couple of kids went down. It was really early, so there was not anyone around. No one's expecting autographs. And he signed for a couple. We're right there in the front row, like 6 seats away.
Right.
And trying to go, Aaron, let's get up.
Yeah.
That's Don Mattingly. He's an all-time great.
And then?
And so he signed for 2. He sees us walk over, and then he was right back in the dugout. So what I think happened was those were like friends of like a family member or something. Like he knew them, and was like he had spotted them and then did it.
Were you guys like saying Don?
Well, I was trying not to. Like I said Don.
Yeah.
But I wasn't yelling at her.
Right. You weren't trying to be like that fanatic.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
And Aaron didn't know who he was because he's an old. He doesn't play now.
Pretty soon you're going to be walking around the streets and people are going to be like, Neil, need your autograph.
I think I'm going to the game on Tuesday in Dunedin. I think we're supposed to go to the upgrades and downgrades. I'm sorry, I got off track there.
No, that's fine. We like stories.
Interestingly enough, both the upgrades and the downgrades have some sector or, I guess, area-wide upgrades and downgrades. A pretty interesting look here. We're going to start here with the upgrades, where Robert W. Baird has upgraded both Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase. We know that Scott Bessent, U.S. Treasury Secretary, said some positive notes yesterday about how the banks could be standing to benefit here from a deregulation culture. So good luck for these two. Tesla here with an upgrade from TD Cowen, though it is down on the day. And Zscaler here, day 2 earnings move with an upgrade from BofA Securities. The second sector-wide move here comes for the crypto names Rosenblatt downgrading Coinbase and Marathon Digital at a pretty pivotal time. This is just hours away from the first ever White House Crypto Summit. So Coin and Mara on watch. We have FedEx getting downgraded here by Deutsche Bank. And last but not least, TD Cowen downgrading General Motors. So a couple auto names on watch here for TD Cowen. Really interesting sector-wide moves on this board today, guys.
We wouldn't trade this, but FedEx's chart actually concerns me. Because, like, it's, if they're not doing well and if they're not projecting well and people aren't seeing them as strong in the future, I think it says a little bit about the economy. And when you see like the rounded top that it made into now a flat bottom 245, there's some room to the downside here. Yeah, it's worth watching. Like, just so many things that are on a precipice of either breaking an uptrend, like we got to correction territory with tech. This could be a little bit of a canary in the coal mine there with FedEx. Not that we would trade it. It's way too much. If you're looking for shorts today, you'll probably find a more liquid stock than FedEx.
So, like, I know yesterday I went on like a little bit of a rant that I was not going to buy stocks anymore.
Too late.
Yeah, maybe I changed my mind already. This JP Morgan move is honestly like, I don't know. Is buying JP Morgan, I mean, I was going to say, it's like buying JP Morgan like buying a stock or just buying like an ETF of like the world's best. I just, again, you're getting that move from 280 down to 245. Like, you're getting a $40 haircut right here. I just, again, like, you're going to look back and you're going to say to yourself, like, I want to hold this stock for 5 years. Doesn't matter if I buy it at 245 or if I wait for down here for 230. Am I going to remember this? I mean, I probably will, but, you know, is it something that we really need to worry about? Let's just say you're flat on JP Morgan. This is not financial advice, but it's going to sound like it. I would think that maybe you nibble in a little bit. If you have 10 units to put in, let's just say 10 grand, $1,000, whatever, what about 10 or 15, 20% right now on a JP Morgan? And if, you know, if single stock risk is not your thing, the ETF, XLF, I just think JP Morgan is probably the one anyways. But the same thing here for XLF. You're getting probably percentage-wise a similar move to the downside, and then you get exposure to Morgan and everybody else as well. The only problem with Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, I don't think, so I'm still in Goldman Sachs. I still have some JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, but I did sell it way too long ago to be proud of myself. But like here on Morgan Stanley, I think, Neil, this name is hit because it's a problem, but again, I think it's just, we're not seeing, and I know we got WBA, we got Walgreens today, but we're not seeing as many mergers right now. The IPO market, especially, why would you want to IPO a stock right now, you know, in this environment where money's coming out, not going into the stock market? So I think Morgan Stanley gets hit on a little bit of that as well. So this is more of a risky play with the current administration rather than a JP Morgan, I feel like.
1,000% agree. I like XLF. Well, I own a couple, I own some Canadian banks, but I own Morgan Stanley, and I'm only buying XLF. That's on dips. I'm not going to play that game. I think the deal makers are in trouble. The deal makers are in trouble, and the IPOs, we may not see any of them in the first half of the year, let alone this year, the ones that we were expecting.
And you know what? It goes back to that same thing again. Goldman Sachs is down $100 from its high, and the thing is like, it's that whole when there's blood in the streets. Like, it's easy for us to say, let's not buy these because there's going to be no deals. But that kind of means that there's probably going to be a lot of deals around the corner, right? Oh, by the way, today is NHL trade deadline day.
Yeah, that's right.
So will this Maple Leaf turn out to be another Maple Leaf by the end of the day? This is Connor Brown, who's not a Maple Leaf right now.
I was going to say, I'm like, he already is.
But very exciting for many people around here. So like if you watch ESPN, they won't even mention today's trade deadline. Starting right now at 9 a.m. on TSN, which is like the Canadian ESPN, they're going like 9 straight hours of panel, of all of that. And there's 2 stations. There's Sportsnet and there's TSN. They're going like 9 straight hours or whatever it is until 3 o'clock. So it's like
that's what they do.
This is crazy time. Wow.
What we do.
But first of all, I know we're going to go to Raheem in just 1 second. He's waiting there very patiently. I appreciate that, Raheem. But this market is absolutely tanking right now. We were just up 1%. You know, we wrote down on here on our sticky note that we wanted the short. Well, yeah, you had your opportunity, my guy. You're now down 200 handles. The NASDAQ is breaking below yesterday, despite getting good Broadcom numbers. I guess Mighty Mouse is not here to save the day because the market continues to get to the downside. All right, without any further ado, it's the most handsome gentleman in the building. It's Raheem Alani with the second most, Brendan Wickens. Let's go, boys.
So close. I mean, best dressed, obviously.
Deadline day, boys. What we're here for.
Yeah, let's talk hockey. Coming off the back of, is it the biggest mining conference? It's got to be up there.
They definitely say it is. So yes,
in North America.
No, for sure. It always has been the largest. I mean, Saudi Arabia is probably going to say they're probably up there now.
Right.
At least 25,000 people come in.
Right.
Some years 30, 40, 50, 60,000 people.
I was just joking around when Raheem sat down and said, how many times did the word tariff come up in his travels in the past few days? And he basically said, literally every conversation.
Every conversation.
Yeah. So it's
in one way or the other, it touches every single facet of the market, every single company, every single stock.
But you made a good point in that it wasn't from the standpoint of, oh my God, what are we going to do? It was more, how do you play this?
Yeah, it was definitely more of a reactionary what are the opportunities? We're a copper company, or we're a zinc company, or like, wherein should we go and what should we do to take advantage of the opportunity? Because I can't, like, Raheem and Brendan can't show up to the great state of Idaho and say, hey, we'd like to buy a copper mine. That's just not going to happen to us. But a Canadian producer or somebody that's in that ecosystem is going to have those touch points that they can go and take advantage of. Like, I've literally had conversations with guys who were saying, I think I'm going to go buy a uranium asset in the U.S. And you and I wouldn't do that, but that person that I had the conversation with got on a flight and went to the U.S. yesterday to go look at buying those.
And that was going to be my next question, was how important do you think and how big is that uranium play going to be?
Again, if you listen to what the President of the United States is saying, and thank goodness he doesn't watch the stock market, so we can say whatever we want right now. It's going to be interesting because of the fact that they want to, drill, baby, drill, and do all that, and energy being a big thing in the U.S. because if they're going to be cut off from the rest of the world, they're going to need energy sources domestically. And so uranium is a place that guys were talking about, saying we should go and extrapolate other energy sources like uranium in the U.S. that we can pick up because we have the mining intel, the ability to do it. And the DOD, DOE are putting a lot of money into that. So just again, in your research that you're doing at home, look where those agencies are putting money as well, because they've been putting a lot of money into uranium-based assets because they want to keep that kind of handle on it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, gold continues its march higher, and I mean a little bit of a pullback, but overall the trend's still well intact here. A little bit of M&A activity. Is that a surprise at this point as far as prices are concerned?
I think if you look again, if you do your homework, most people, priced in their 24 guidance as an example, $2,000 gold, and we're sitting at what, 29.20 probably right now. Yeah. We're just touching that $3,000 mark. And so the gold guys are all happy because they didn't expect 3,000 to come in this decade, let alone this generation probably, right? When you looked at it years ago. So when you look at all of that put together, just the dollars just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now you can start to play the math game of what's your all-in sustaining cost and where do you need to be. And now you can take advantage of the fact that your stock price has gone through the roof. You're profitable. Like, gold companies and profit generally misalign.
Yeah.
And now they're profitable. They're paying dividends. They're doing all these things. So now they're saying, let's come together and get even bigger on scale and size.
As we continue to go. So CXB and EQX merging.
Yeah, they just announced a merger. It's not a merger of equals per se, but a $2 billion company, a $4 billion company, they're coming together. The part that we found interesting was two things. One is they're coming together, so they're gonna, they'll be in that kind of major-ish category, if you want to call it. But they did close the $75 million notes financing yesterday, I believe it was. That was already arranged. But what this does with the two of them is you generally see, if you look at both their charts, you generally will see stocks that are involved in M&A activity trade within a very tight band to the price that was decided upon, and it was, I think it was 0.31 shares of Equinox for 1 share of the CXB. But these guys on an intraday basis are still trading with 3, 4, 5, 6% deltas on an intraday basis on a larger scale name.
All right, they just showed this XTG. Talk about that one a little.
That one I thought was interesting. It's more of an investment play than a trade play because it doesn't trade as actively as some of the names that we generally talk about. But if you are looking for, I always have guys come and say, I'm looking for some production, and in gold there's generally not some production. This is a name that's it's based out of Ghana. They actually do have some production. And for a gold company, junior, no debt, and they're doing about $2 million in net income on a quarterly basis. So they actually are producing, getting money back into their balance sheet, which is impressive for a small gold company.
And this next area is maybe one that we haven't really touched on as far as this industry is concerned. But I mean, you mentioned like the streaming aspect of this. WDM and SSL, two names that you mentioned there. Why would those be interesting at this point?
So if you're looking at making an investment into gold, you're not really sure where to go, and the ETFs are the ETFs. But if you want to look at a different way to play the gold market, streamers and royalty providers, what they do is they'll give you financing against a stream of revenue or a future royalty against all of your future sales of whatever gold, copper, whatever it is that you sell. So if you look at WDPM as an example, Wheaton, stock chart looks incredible because they're taking advantage of the fact that gold has gone again from 1,500 to 2,000 to 2,500. So they're getting a percentage of sales, and they're getting it from guys who are going out there and producing. And they're partnering with generally well-known companies. I think they have 35 streams, 5 royalties in Wheaton Precious. And what it allows you to do is you don't take on as much of the inherent mining risk that goes into some of the gold players. You don't have the big delta. Like, you're not going to go up 400%, 500% on the back of a positive drill result or anything like that. But you have almost more certainty on the fact that you're going to get a piece of every ounce of gold that comes out of the ground. A certain percentage will be allocated to some of the streamers and royalties providers out there.
Right, and then SSL, Sandstorm here.
Yeah, same thing with Sandstorm. They started as a mining company, really smart guys out of Vancouver. They're doing the same thing. If you look at their chart in the last little while, just against the price of gold,
That's
you'll
a weekly
be...
chart, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be very close to it. Again, it won't have as big a delta as, say, a Barrick in terms of that price touch with gold. But they are finding those opportunities where they can put their money out. And, you know, someone needs, it's almost, I don't want to use a real estate asset, but it's almost like a real estate play where I'll give you some of that financing that you need with it not being conventional debt or equity financing. And I can take a piece of the revenue that's going to be generated off of the gold that you pull out.
Given the almost hourly changes that we're hearing from south of the border on the tariff talks, what was the general state coming out of this conference as far as concern, fear, just general, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great question. And again, for people that are kind of more directly associated with all the things that happen, I think the mentality is going to be, with Canada specifically, it's short-term pain for long-term gain.
Right.
The fact that none of our governments have taken a step to build a refinery and a cross-country pipeline, and we're just going to keep going this way. Now they're saying, well, there's the rest of the world that we've all known exists, but our governments and haven't necessarily done the right things to make that happen. So I think it's almost like a forced, hey, you can't play in this sandbox anymore. Great, there's 18,000 other sandboxes that we can go and play in. And now I think we're just going to be forced to give ourselves the tools to do that.
Good way to look at it. Great stuff as always. Rahim Alani, Managing Director of OCI Group here in Toronto. On the back of PDAC, we appreciate you coming in.
Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, Rahim. I think that there's a big need now for, we talked about this before, some gold. If someone has a hot mic there, oh, we got it off. Okay. Yeah, I like GLD. I mean, he dropped some names there. He talked about some Barrick gold, getting the alpha over there. But yeah, GLD. This is actually another question that I was thinking about as far as sort of diversifying a little bit. We talked about some of the uncertainties coming through. Gold up at all-time highs right now, and some of the companies taking advantage of that, right? So, yeah, I think you could pick your spot there, do some research, get individual names, or just buy the physical itself, which would be GLD. You can also get the gold miners. There's also an index for that, an ETF for that, the VanEck Gold Miners, and that's GDX. So again, do the research, figure it out. GDX, I believe, does pay a dividend, and they're going to be near the highs, but you still got a little ways to go. So more equity-based with the miners themselves rather than GLD, the physical gold product. But again, it's always good to have different perspective, right? And that's the one thing that I find for myself, really overloaded there with tech names and the big popular. So why not maybe go to something, do some research, find some of these, no pun intended, but hidden gems in the mining industry that, can come out of nowhere. The market is like, honestly, it's not, like I'm not getting good feelings right now. I wrote down on the sticky note, and to go from a mining company over to something that has basically nothing to do with that at all. But Palantir is now underneath 80 and looking to break. We wrote this down right here, and it's too bad because on our sticky note we have, and we nailed the level. This was out before this. This was the number, right? Our sticky note was out before the jobs number. We wrote down Palantir 82 short. I mean, it ran right to 82, right here on the number. So we nailed, the level was huge. But, it didn't look like you wanted to take it at that time. This is a name where I'm not sure you want to stand in front of when the market bounces, because if it continues...
Watch live sports with no hidden fees or long-term contracts.
Well. I'll give you a second to adjust your volume, because I'm sure this is just blasting through your speakers. So I'm just sitting down here. Had to fire up. Was just preparing the cabin for takeoff. PSTV looks like it's like the only one today. This one still has got me angry because I had this
TZA.
one.
SOXS.
I had this one. I bought it. I was gonna hold it overnight, which is something I never do, but I've been experimenting. GV, I'm afraid, is flat. Oh no. GV has a little burst of life there. Is some news? Secures an order for 12,000 new. Is that a new news that they dropped today? Okay, yeah, GV is of interest because
SQQQ.
It looks like they just dropped news today. Typically, I would say this thing's done, but if this thing fires up and shorts get caught off guard, and that goes for any stock. I mean, that's what we're always looking for. We're always looking for the other team to be in pain.
SOXS.
Trying to see if I can catch this pivot. Looks like it's going to drop.
SQQQ.
You've got to be kidding me. Gonna cut that for a loss. Good thing I did. Probably jumped in a little early here. Gotta cut that, Yeah. See, there was the dip there. That sucks. I don't want to lose too much money. I gotta remember that it's Friday. And so I gotta really be careful about this pre-market. That was not a good. I was trying to catch I was hoping it was gonna fire back up. I think I even oversold myself on this one. Oh, there we go. Just gonna take a little bit of profit there. I think this might turn around here. Shoot. Right idea, bad timing. I'm gonna wait for another dip. So yes, I would say between PSTV and GV, those two tickers are probably going to be what I trade today. I should. God dang it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta cut this. Okay. I'm too big red. Hey, dog, where you at? And guess what? Today is a rainy day out there. So, that's also a little bit of a bad sign. Just a little bit of a bad sign. I'm 687 red on this GV. You know, honestly, really, if I would have just stuck to the plan, I was trying to buy this dip. I bought it too early and stopped out. But had I bought it around 495, I would be up pretty green right now. Although, that's playing shoulda, woulda, coulda, which, god dang it. God dang it.
We here at O'Daniel Auto Group will be celebrating all month long with our Get Lucky sales event.
I might be starting the day 1,000 red. Let's see. I don't like that resistance. I'm just gonna cut it there. Shoot, trading farmer. Okay, let's pull up GV and PSTV. I don't want to do a snowball pre-market. I'm like this close. I'm this close to just saying screw it. I already said screw it. Now I'm down 700. So I don't wanna say screw it, and then be down $7 grand on a Friday. Dude, that's gonna be terrible. Pre-market high here, 555. All right, so this shot up from 3.8 to 5.5. It'll be interesting to look at the daily chart on this, for sure. Let's go to daily chart. Okay, so it had 2 days that shot up, broke apex level at 663, and then sold off. Now, typically, I would say it's done. But then they dropped news today at 9 a.m. And that's when it shot up to here. Okay? It does seem a little bit, I don't know. The sellers seem kind of strong on it, as you would expect. Because if this thing does get back towards 7, that's where you will see short sellers potentially have their backs against the wall. So the point is, what I've identified here, and what you guys should identify, is the psychology behind some of the trades. Some of, what are the shorts thinking? What were you thinking? What's happening? Who potentially could be stuck in a really bad trade? Because those tend to go. Think about GameStop. Now, it's a little bit of a unique case, but people move markets, and I don't know why people get so confused when unpredictable things happen. People are unpredictable. I've learned that lesson with you guys. You guys are unpredictable. Ah, shoot. 699.67. I really think I have to just take that for the pre-market session. I got a little sloppy. I bought this dip a little early, and I even felt like I did. I felt like I was doing it in the moment, and then when it dropped out more, I really knew I did. Theoretically, had I held, I would have had a green trade. So I was in the right area. Just bad timing, and then I tried to chase it, and I'm thinking about trying to chase it right here. No, I really need a dip, like. So let's say for this one, 704. Or whatever the high is. High 704. That's a critical area. Will we get there? I don't know. I hope so. And I hope so we do, and I can make back the money I lost. See if we get a dip here. I need this to accelerate to make my money back. God, they ran right into a big seller there. He's not the hugest thing, but again, shoot. Sometimes those big sellers trigger me out of a trade. Obviously, I look like an idiot selling there. I thought we might fly off of that big seller. And it's too early to start hitting my desk, but I really feel that right now because this trade right here, I knew it was good, right? We got the dub, we got the pivot. It's textbook. Oh. Got the dub, we got the apex point. We got the volume. This is still probably a valid scalp, but I'll jump in late. So GV's really starting to look good. Okay, well, at least I got my loss down a little bit, but still pretty red. Okay, so anyways, 5 minute, look at that's a pretty clean looking 5 minute pullback, right? Obviously target is the apex point, and I'm not gonna point out what the apex point is. I'll let you guys figure it out. I don't even know what I'm saying. But if you're taking Trading Farmer Plus, you should know what the apex point is. You should know what the dub pattern is. It's the crux of what I'm doing. Could. I'll chase it.
GV.
I don't think I got a penny. Not even a single penny. I'm not holding long enough. PSTV, let's go look at the daily chart. I do see that it did just dump. This one I am like a little, I don't know. Right now it doesn't look good with the slow moving. This is tough, and especially if you're especially for 50-50 hyper scalping. This is where a lot of people will struggle on these slower movers, right? And that's fine. You just do, look for a couple trades you think look good. Hopefully manage your risk. The point is, don't lose a lot of money.
GV.
Right? Don't lose a lot of money right now. The market's been shaky, so it's like, I'm watching it here. I'm tempted here at 196. God dang it. Too scared. Come on. Wake up, boy. GV just went nuts.
GV.
Yeah, and so I had the right idea. Just literally almost probably one of the best entries. It felt like a bad entry at the time. I got in at like 5. Anticipating the curl. Right, because it created this canyon here. When it had this sell-off here and this chop in here, I'm like, okay, this creates a nice little opportunity for what I would say is a pullback, more of an extended pullback. Now, I would not have guessed it would have went up this high. That is, I could not have predicted that. But I will say the 5 minute chart looks really good, so I'm not surprised. God,
GV.
Yeah, Ross is in this for sure. This is 100% Ross is in this. 100%. In my opinion. Of course. That's my opinion. I'm going to catch the flush. Oh, actually got some profit there. Bro, makes me want to back out of this lobby. Dude, yeah, because, you know what, it was a beautiful 5 minute pattern. We talked about that. Now, there was a little ugly with this red little wick here, but overall it was a pretty standard 5 minute pullback. Almost picture perfect right here, right now. So when you guys ask about talking chart patterns for class, here it is right now.
GV. SOXS.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Sorry, I just could not handle watching this thing rip anymore. So I was like, if I leave, hopefully it drops. Oh well. That does suck. That's brutal, right? So, look, that's the way it goes. And notice how you know, you're like, oh, why didn't you trade it? Well,
SERV.
I didn't trade it because I had lost so much on it already. My risk parameters were going out of whack. I was losing too much money. So it's not something to question, it's something to adopt. Took some big losses and I slowed down. Now, yeah, I probably, if it was market open, would have chased it for sure. But this is just to kind of highlight what needs to be done, right? You're starting to lose a lot of money. You need to slow down, otherwise you'll lose a lot quick.
GB.
Stuff like that is important. Of course, now I'm feeling like chasing it, and you guys know how that goes. It's always a loss. Like that. Exactly like that. Oh, Discord. Okay. Ooh, 30 seconds to bell. Discord stream for the Trading Farmer Plus students.
SENX.
This will be a little bit lower latency, more real time. Obviously, it's not a cheat code, but you know, some people like it a little bit as they're learning. But I mean, here we go. Wow, I'm starting in the hole here, and I'm not happy about it. I'll say that. Not happy about it. So GV looks like I'm going to start with that.
IoT.
Shorts are closing their positions here.
AVGO. GB.
AMRC.
AMRC.
ASBP. OLPX.
Got chopped
ASLE.
up there a little bit.
VCIG. MDCX. YYAI.
ADVB.
Getting a little
LUNR.
bit of shake here.
BILI. BTAI. DVN. WBA.
ICCT.
OXY. GDS.
Oh, what the nut?
ABSI.
I might get. It's getting a little bit resistant.
SOXL.
So sellers are putting up a little
BIDU.
bit of fight.
QUBT.
I give them that. Wow, I lost
GV.
$200 there.
INTC.
Getting sloppy on my
EQT.
hyper scalps.
WCT. APP. LI. MU. GRRR. ARRY. TEM. SMCI. KSS.
Ah, shoot.
GORO.
QUBT. LUNR. BIDU.
This thing likes to really
AMRC.
chop.
WCT. ABSI. GV.
I probably sold a tad early.
UVXY.
Yep, I did. I'm an
VXX.
imbecile.
GRRR.
Absolute imbecile.
KSS. MMM.
God, absolute imbecile.
TRNR. PATH.
Yep. 704 right into the halt up. I didn't even watch the halt. I wasn't even prepared for that much
TDOC.
momentum.
RIVN. GV. EQT.
That was pretty hot momentum.
MMM. SAG. PATH.
Wow, dude.
LUNR.
And again, I was mad about my entry at $5 a share. Should have just held that.
TRNR.
I gotta get better.
TDOC. WHLR.
PSTV. That one got more juice in the tank.
GV halted.
Let's go to the daily chart.
GV will resume in 0 seconds. SEDG. YPF. SERV.
At least I'm not red.
SBUX.
I didn't get a whole lot of
SAG.
profit on those hyper scalps. Just to highlight how it.
BLMN. WHLR.
It's not an exact science. Okay. PSTV is coming up a little bit.
LUNR.
Kind of lighter
AVGO.
volume. I'm not too confident in it.
PSIG.
FLNC. RIBN. MU.
CMVM.
SEDG.
What?
ACON. INTC. TDOC. NBIS. WHLR. ARGD halted.
How come this thing's not
ARGD will resume at 9 hours 38 minutes and 14 seconds. AOUT
It's a little
halted.
bit of a more thickly
AOUT will
traded
resume at
ticker
9
here.
hours 38 minutes and 8 seconds. PSTV.
Having to switch over cost me a little bit of focus.
SERV. SEDG. TDOC. NBIS.
Right on the tape. What? And it does that weird jackknife.
PATH. CVX.
GENK.
LYFT. PSTV.
Brick. I held that. I was thinking to hold that, you know. I was thinking hold this, let it open up and rip. Obviously didn't work out for me. Obviously, and I just got double slammed there. 345 red there. Shoot. That sucks. That sucks.
APP.
Been a good week for me, even despite this. Oliver Shorts, good morning. Absolute Fortune, John.
HE.
Skull, good morning. Forex Ceiling, good morning.
SWKS.
JD, Parsley. J, Easy, good morning, Easy.
MODB.
WRD.
I don't know, guys. PSTV did me dirty. Got smoked on it.
NBIS.
GV halt resumption is going to be soon, so I'm going to start transitioning over to that. The halt
SWKS.
scalpers.
PLRX.
I
MODB.
might take a halt resumption trade on it.
WHLR.
I'm a little nervous about it. Let's go to GV here, over here. It's about to break through. Yeah. Shoot. So, yeah, this is
GV may
really
resume in less than a minute.
I'll lower my size and try for the halt resumption. I just always,
PLRX.
when I do the halt resumption, it's a good
ADV.
practice to size down a little bit
MLG.
from your normal size. Just because the risk will be higher. That's just the bottom line. But where the risk is higher, the reward also is higher. So take big risks in right areas. It's kind of the this is kind of the name of the game.
CDZI.
Resumption price
UVXY.
715, so flat resumption. Nothing super
MODB
resumption
halted.
big.
MODBHLR 9 hours 41 minutes and 14 seconds. AOUT may
WHLR, yeah, I
resume
do
in
see
less
it.
than a minute.
Seems like the market has
ARRGD
some
may
heat
resume
here.
in less than a minute.
This is going to resume shortly here. Now it's showing
TUYA.
720. It changed to 720 last second here. I don't know if that means we're going to resume at 26 or not.
CDZI.
Yeah, honestly, I just lose mine. Because I get off rhythm.
CVX.
Just lost 200 bucks there at least.
UVXY. SOXS. TUYA.
And I just lost all the rest of it there.
PSTV.
Wow. Okay, so. Meanwhile, PSTV starts going up.
CBX, SEDG,
Oh shoot.
ENPH, GB,
Oh, dude. I do see GB going there.
TUYA,
Yep, I messed up. I thought that was gonna do more of a pullback. Right into a halt up.
TUYA.
I was thinking that was gonna
ARRY.
drop out there. Wow, the spreads are
SEDG.
pretty wild though. Whoa.
INTC.
Was that a false halt?
ENPH,
No way.
APP,
Careful here. Oh my gosh, I just dropped. I thought that was halting up, and now just like that, it's,
TUYA,
backs against the wall. Oh, this is a little scary. Oh, wow. Now it's a halt down.
ARBB,
Really?
IQ,
I don't got a single dollar today. Careful, guys.
SEDG,
This one is a scallywagger, for sure.
VG, ARRY, SOUN, GRRR,
I wanted through
APP,
230. I needed to
NBIS,
hit,
GB halted.
but
GB
you
will
know how
resume
that
at
bid
9
likes
hours
to go.
44 minutes and
It's a little
14
choppier.
seconds. LUNR,
SOBR.
OLPX, GT, ENPH, IQ,
Why does it not hold its levels?
SOUN, GRRR, NBIS, SNDK, TUYA,
Trying to get good at this
GT.
one. This one is not very good.
MODB may resume in less than a minute. APP,
God dang it, I'm back down to
SOUN.
400 red. What? Okay. Come on, farmer.
GRRR, APLD, IQ, LUNR, NBIS,
So I'm trying to figure out.
GRRRW.
ENPH,
GV just did a poop. I did not get any of it.
SEDG,
Actually, I got some of it, but then lost some of it. So
GT,
didn't help that I started the day red on it. I made about 1,600 bucks on it out of the open. Then lost.
IQ,
a bit off of it.
ARBB,
Oof, this one's got a weird rhythm to it. It really does. I'm sitting on a
GRRR,
break-even day, which is fine. I narrowly missed a red day yesterday. And I actually pulled out with, and I came
GT,
back for power hour on
NBIS.
PSTV. Picked up an extra 1,500 on it yesterday. Now I just gave back 400 though. I hope
IREN,
to get that back. What do we got going on here? We got a little bit of a 5-minute pullback. It appears. I'll try for that dip and see how
HIMS.
that reacts. I just want to
JVN.
sell for 1 cent. Let's see if I can just get
CNSP.
1 cent of profit. Like barely. Look at that, barely. This stock just finds a way to screw you. Barely.
NBIS,
WHLR.
ASLE,
How is this one gonna screw me?
APLD, RCAT,
LZMH.
Just like that,
GRRR,
I guess.
ENPH, RGTI,
Oh my
IRN.
gosh. Just lost 500 bucks here being
GT.
very not good at risk management. Let's just say that.
NBIS, MODB halted.
Okay, that takes me
AMODB will
600
resume
red.
at
Okay,
9
I
hours
really gotta
47
take
minutes and 21 seconds.
Focus time.
GRRR, TEM, APLD, SOUN, TUYA,
I'm gonna try to hold it.
RGTI,
It looks promising.
WHLR, ENPH, GT,
Right into a 50,000 share seller. Ain't that just a treat?
ARBB,
selling that. This was garbage.
SOBR.
Bro,
TEM.
this was a mistake. I went way too big into this. That's too bad.
LUNR. GRRR. GB may
Trading
resume
farmer
in
now
less than a
is
minute.
sad and depressed.
TUYA.
His day has come.
ENPH. RGTI. ARBB. LAES. PLRX. LZMH. IREN. APLD. SERV. TEM. LUNR. GRRR.
Dang. So I had some profits on the day. I was not happy with it. Now I wish I had profit. What stock is this? PSTV?
VG.
Let me try to trade this one. WHLR didn't agree. It's just too bad. The price action on this is really goofy. You get those surges.
LUNR.
Like I have no clue what's going to
TEM.
happen. Probably a drop.
ENPH.
Sell it break even, I guess.
IREN.
WHLR. This one I thought was going to give us a bigger
GRRR.
rip.
OLPX.
GV.
ASTS.
Unfortunate circumstances
VG.
on that one.
WHLR. LUNR. TEM.
Oh. Trying to jump in on this one.
SERV. RGTI. ASTS. VG.
Gotta cut
IREN.
that. Dude, what am I doing? Trade farmer. Okay. Wake up, boy.
LUNR.
Wake up, boy.
TEM.
AGH.
OLPX. ENPH.
Dude, this might not be my day.
LAES.
CJYL.
The buyer should have already brought this thing
KLXE.
up already. It's coming down.
ALAB.
That's coming down. GV, that's still halted. WHLR destroyed my account. Bro.
ARBB.
Don't give into darkness. Someone says that, and then MG's crash and burn. Yeah, MG's a little bit of a troll.
LAES.
That's his specialty. Ah, shoot. So very quickly, I found myself down.
LUNR.
Red.
TEM.
800 bucks.
RGTI.
Now I really want to hit the brakes.
ARBB. MODB may resume in less than a minute. ASTS.
I don't even know
LAES.
what to do. I don't even know what to do.
IREN.
The week has been good though. I was surprised.
Let's
how
compare a
much-
HELOC to an alternative that comes with no monthly payments. A HELOC is a line of credit from your home.
Little trades at a
TEM.
time. They add up.
ARBB.
I don't know. This might be a test. This could be a trading farmer test to give it.
MVRX.
And I think what I got to do is take care of this red day, make sure I don't make it worse.
IREN. RGTI. LUNR. LAES. GENK.
I'm hoping I bought this low, but turns out that's, I guess, not low. So WHLR, not trading it
SERV.
smart. Apparently. Had to cut it.
IREN. RGTI.
So that takes me down 1,000. Shoot, bro.
PLRX. LAES.
What you need to do in this scenario is to stay calm.
GENK.
Keep calm.
TIBC.
LUNR. BTAI. TEM. IREN.
88 likes, guys, this morning.
GB may resume in less than a
I think
minute.
Farmer is just off his game today. Or is it the market? What do you guys think? We'll do a poll.
DOMO.
ARBB.
Farmers.
RBSN.
SERV. TEM.
Start poll.
IREN. GENK. QBTS. OLPX.
Immediately.
LAES.
Farmer's fault.
DOMO. ARBB. SERV. RGTI. QBTS.
Well.
LAES. VG.
The GV is a little bit untrustworthy. Everything's untrustworthy at this point. The market really took a dump.
PCLA.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
QBTS.
Made some of
RGTI.
my money back there. GV's got a little juice.
LAES.
I thought it might do that. I
NBIS.
hesitated on the entry. I'm scared on this one. I'm scared because I am getting redder. I could definitely see somebody nailing this one.
ARBB. RGTI.
YOSH.
ASLE.
Ah, dude, I lost 700 on
QBTS.
2 separate stocks. That's sad.
NBIS.
That's sad.
LAES.
So now my confidence is out the door. Oh, wow. GV is much quicker than I realized.
RGTI.
Wow. I'm struggling to get some profit
SERV.
here.
QBTS.
Alt up is 752. We're probably going to get a halt up. Shoot.
LAES.
I should be happy about the break-even trades, but wish I was
VG.
more than break-even.
TLAB.
CORZW.
Getting a little bit here. Whole
IREN.
level moved to 61. I have to
RDDT.
imagine that's partly why we got a rip there.
SERV. VG. TEM.
Starting to get a little bit in rhythm here.
LAES. RGTI. ASTS. QBTS.
I'm not scalping a whole lot of money out of this one, unfortunately. Hold up 770.
TEM.
XNET.
Wow. Careful. Careful on this one here. These drops can be bad on this. Oh. You gotta be
KLXE.
careful today.
TEM.
So I got a little bit of hyperscupping going there, but my cryptos are deep red. Deep red. I don't even like the look anymore. I don't even like the look anymore. You know? Holy Spirit.
SERV. ASTS. KLXE. TEM.
A little bit of
VG.
a bottoming tail here. I don't know about it. It's 5 minutes still busted. Busted to all hell.
NBIS.
Hopefully it turns around. So, there we go.
ASTS.
There we go. Now we're making some money.
VG.
But we're still red. We're still red.
NBIS.
No, don't you freaking dare.
FLD.
Freaking
MULN.
hesitating.
SERV. VG.
Lose out on this. Wow, look at how quick that bid came back down. I sold because I was a puss. I didn't want to get stuck in a flush. So, you know, people question why a lot of trades I sell early, but then they're asking me how I manage my risk on flushes. You know, it's like
ASTS.
you can't have it all. You can't have it all as a trader.
ATYR.
Yeah, so I finally picked up some profit on this one. It's a total embarrassment to society.
GLUE. BTAI.
I've totally dropped the ball there with some really lousy scalps. Really lousy scalps there. Lost $300. It was a rainy day. I knew this was going to happen today. There we go. Come on, baby. Dude, it's giving me flush vibes, and I just can't freaking hold. Like, that should have accelerated already, in my opinion. It might still, but frick.
ARRY.
Here it might go here. Dude, it is raining here in Phoenix, which is insane. I don't know if this is going to take off or not, but if it does take off, this could be wildly in play. I would have to say that Looks like sellers are in trouble here, but look at that jackknife.
VG.
It is raining pretty good here.
ARRY.
Seems like sellers are trying to go short here, but it's not working super well for them. So it looked like there was maybe a hidden seller there at 7:30 holding it.
ATYR.
5 minutes still in play, but
ARRY.
that is looking a little risky. Just a smidge risky here. So we're in kind of a wedge. And these can sometimes get really not fun to trade, these wedges. It's a very common thing.
ARRY.
$101 at
LODE.
32nd. I don't know where that's at, but yeah, it does sound close to me. They are working on that 101. They got it ripped apart, and they're extending it over. So yeah, they have the bridges all done up to add some lanes. So GV, ooh, I don't know. We got to keep an eye on GV. I think we need to keep an eye on GV. Okay. What's the daily chart show? 890. Yeah, we didn't even get to 890 yet.
ARRY.
I might take this in my swing account.
MTC.
VG. RIG. WOLF.
Are you leaving, brother butter? No, brother butter.
SLDB. ARRY. VG.
God dang it. Why can't I ever get a good trade? So literally it's 60% farmer's fault. Wow. Wow, you guys. You can't blame it on the market today. We had to blame it on me. At least I'm green, but barely. I'm officially green now. Half hour into the day. Took a half hour of hell just to go break even.
WLGS.
WLGS.
VG. IREN. WOLF. ARRY.
Really?
VG.
Selling the majority there. Gonna hold the rest. It looks good. I need to hold it and trust it. I need the
RGTI.
profit.
SERV.
Can't afford to miss out on it.
GVTS.
If this fails, then my day is done. Shoot, I got scared. I think there might be a micro dip here. What the? Why aren't we getting a rip?
RGTI. QBTS. BTOG.
Huh. I totally, fully expected more.
DWTX.
FLDDW. HCWC.
Finally got a little bit of profit. Puts a little bit of money in my pocket. Ready to go back to the 5-minute here.
RGTI.
It is working as I expected, but much slower. That's always the story with my predictions. Frick. What? I got chopped.
DWTX. QBTS.
Dude, I need to get better because that I was predicting, but I just can't hold it.
IRN.
That I did not predict. That was unexpected. I did not expect that drop there. Wow, what a day, dude.
OCTO.
DWTX. DWTX halted. DWTX will resume at 10 hours 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
That's an interesting because I was fully feeling that breakthrough A14. I felt like that was almost
BTOG.
And that's just because that was my gut, my intuition. It was wrong. Could have bought that bottoming tail there. I should have. Could have snagged it at 7 and it's back at the 724. Although the candles don't look like much, the range on this is quite big.
BTOG.
Oh, shoot.
SNDK.
IH.
QBTS. BTOG. RGTI.
GV is incredibly hard. What's really working is you got to grab it when that sucker drops. But not every drop. I mean, we talk about that.
LAES.
RGTIW.
Especially after it breaks
TVGN.
his apexes, right here.
RGTI.
It's partly how I avoided this drop here. Right, so these apex points are critical. It's not a complex thing, but obviously, look, the stuff I teach is stuff I still struggle with myself to get
QBTS.
down. Because it's trading.
QUBT. LAES.
And so I think it helps to talk to a newer trader to kind of help them focus in on what matters
RGTI.
and what doesn't. That way they don't second guess themselves. In other words, WHLR. I want to make my money back on that one. I should.
IGMS.
Ah, frick, I missed that little dip. Shoot. Wow, I've really messed up here.
DWTX may resume in less than a minute.
What? The buyers are loading there, chopping me up and loading for it to go again. I'm really quite frustrated with this. Sold that one on the ask. Yeah, we really got to be careful of this one. This one, I'm not careful. There's definitely a lot of desire to get this one to rip. God dang you, dirty bastard. Oh, you dirty thing. You dirty freaking...
GV.
Yeah, it does that. I got the rhythm figured out on this thing. It does like to...
BTAI.
It's those pivot bands, those apex levels. It goes there like a freaking rocket. And then, so halt level moved up. I didn't get that first step because I was talking. Oh my gosh, I suck. I'm sucking so bad on this. Okay, another dip here. Let's try to capture it. 900 shares. See if the halt level moves up. It's gonna do maybe halt chasing. Held too long there.
BTAI.
I'm just gonna take that because that was a scary trip there. I should have held. I need that T-shirt printed ASAP. I want it printed in every language. Chinese, Indian, German. It's gonna be halt chasing here, I bet. That's the worst.
NIBF.
File with confidence at freetaxusa.com. Let's face it, doing taxes can be intimidating.
I don't know. I'm making a little bit of money for sure, but this thing does like the flush. But it is really ramping up here. Unfortunately, the short pinch could be in play here. We might have a long day. We shall see.
ADVB.
GV.
860. Yep, I missed that one.
ARBB.
There's a lot of trades here I'm missing, which is just too sad.
WLGS.
That might be a real halt. Yeah, it's starting to go para. It's doing its
RGTI.
halt chasing shiz.
GV.
Oh, man. Careful. I need this thing to cool off a little bit.
ARBB.